Hey, YouTube. Welcome back to the Griffin family. Hey, my name is Sharita. I'm the oldest sister. And we also have Gianni, the talent. We have Jonathan. He always about, giving us his advice. And we have DeAndre, the baker, who helps you get through depression. Don't forget to watch the video, those extra videos out there. And we also have Joshua. I love you.
Love you too, sis.
Yes, yes. So today we are talking about men and women. Can they be friends? Can a man and woman just be friends?
Yeah.
For how long?
What you mean for how long? I've had a female friend that I've literally never touched in any way sexually. Okay, not even a little bit for over 10 years. Okay,
I don't like the way you say it like that. You never touched them, like.
Well, because we're asking if they can just be friends. If anything more than just friendship happens, it's not
platonic friendships. Yeah.
Yes.
So when I say I've never touched her in any way sexually, I'm saying that because I want it to be known that we are strictly just friends. We've literally never done anything. Haven't tried to, didn't want to. Literally just friends. We literally.
But you can be romantic without touching people.
Yeah.
What you mean, like mentally?
Like romantic, like emotionally and like intimacy with some very details of yourself and your life and things and sharing certain. There's a lot of there's a lot of things, ways to be intimate. But if you do that with a female friend, you no longer are saying you're just platonic. You're not just friends.
Exactly.
But so that's why your point is irrelevant. That you never touched them. You probably, you know what I mean? Did y'all have a romantic situation? Romantic encounter? Anything like that? Because it's much more the point than about being actual friends than that other part. So
no, we actually accidentally ended up in the same apartment complex because we was both looking for apartments at one point, and we was both talking about the same apartment complex and didn't realize it. And then after we both moved in, like a week or two in, I went to go visit her apartment. She was like, "Yeah, come over to my apartment, meet my husband. I'm pregnant." I was like, "Oh shit!" So I got her address. I was about to get in the car, and I looked at the address. I was like, "Motherfucker!" The house was right in front of me. It was like literally around the corner from us.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Oh man. So Jonathan, what you think?
Yeah, definitely. You can be a man and a woman can be friends without a problem.
You're touched.
That just, I mean, it all depends on what you consider touching and what type of friendship they decide it's gonna be. I mean, if we're talking strictly platonic, yeah, it's possible. Romantic is possible. Anything is possible with a man and a woman.
So it's okay to be friends with your whoever you friends with and sleep with them. It's okay to be friends and sleep with them.
But you're not just friends at that point.
You're not just friends at that point. You definitely crossing the line. But I think, because I know people jump into those friends with benefits situations.
Yeah,
you're always taking. You take a risk and you take a chance when you do that. You know what I mean?
You do.
You gambling on some stuff. And that's why it's just easier and simpler just not to be like that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I think if you
taking a risk.
Yeah, I think if you sleeping with them, you're no longer friends.
Yeah.
Wait a minute now. Hold on. Time out. You will always be friends with somebody, whether or not you are romantically involved with them or not. You will always be their friend.
Right.
You know what? I don't even
might
know
be
if
your
that's
best
true. Honestly, I think I've met married people who ain't friends.
I'm telling you, man.
I see married people who ain't friends. They're not friends with each other. Of course, that marriage was ending anyways. It ended. But,
all of them do. My bad.
I don't necessarily know that that's true to say that.
What about you, Joshua?
I mean, I definitely feel as though it's possible. Like I said, I have like a few of them that are friends and just platonically friends. You know what I'm saying? Nothing crazy. My girl has one even though he's gay, they're still friends.
So you'll be comfortable with your spouse having the opposite sex?
Yeah.
I mean, like I just said, she got one already. But I mean, I mean, you know, and there are friends with benefits, but that makes it completely complicated. And then you gotta think about like those people that are your friends with benefits, and can you continue to be friends afterwards, and then you get into a relationship, and then like, you know, your other partner is not, or your partner is not going to be completely fine, or shouldn't be, with you still hanging out with that friends with benefits, you know. So like that definitely complicates a lot of things.
Because there's always that lingering question with that situation is when are they gonna go back to having benefits?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where's the thin line between them and benefits?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's very true. But I will say this. To touch on what you said, sis. Yes, I will let my significant other have a friendship of the opposite sex, especially if they were friends before I even came into the picture.
What happened to you?
Okay. I know for me, I can see people being friends with no sex. And you know, I have a couple of men friends I never did anything with, and we just generally talk. Yeah.
I got a friend of yours I'm questioning, but you know, we'll have that conversation later.
Only have like, you know, the one I grew up with.
Who? Oh, that's who I always question.
You hook up with him?
I always question that.
Wait a second.
I didn't mean to say his name. But, you know.
You could bloop that out, but I thought you always did something with him. I did.
No.
I didn't.
I know he was in love. He was obsessed. That was his, he was set on it.
Right.
He was so set on it.
He did walk to Arizona. I mean, Arkansas.
It was so obvious. He was just waiting for his chance for you to finally say yes to him one day. That's what he was doing. That's what he's doing. Like, honestly, it's very apparent.
He would be a great husband.
Why would you do it then?
It's so many.
Don't do it.
I'm just joking with you. You gotta put you on the spot on that one. It was just a joke. Don't really.
There is one huge problem with men and women being friends. There is. And I will say it's when one side or one person decides that they have feelings for the other person.
Yeah.
That changes the entire friendship. Sometimes that ruins the entire friendship. We can't even go back to being friends.
Why does it change the entire friendship?
Because a friendship is we're both at the same place emotionally and romantically, where we're at zero. Like, I don't want romantic or sexual anything with you. We're friends. But then the other person's like, but I like you and I'm in love with you and I want to be with you.
Okay.
They can't continue to remain friends in the same dynamic because
I say yes and no to that. I say yes and no.
I don't agree with that.
I say yes and no to that, but it depends completely on the person with those romantic feelings.
It does.
You know what I mean? It depends on, number one, if they're mature enough to set that aside and take a lesser, you know, it's a consolation prize kind of for them, right? Is what they really want is a relationship, but they can also
see the problem comes in at.
But just because that is the consolation prize kind of thing, it's also not necessarily a worse prize, because you know it could have been a lot worse if they actually dated. You know, a relationship could have been a lot worse. Maybe they weren't compatible. Maybe something else was about them. Because usually people who want people are with people who they actually attract. You know what I mean? If that makes any sense. And nobody wants to be with somebody they don't like.
Yeah, but that changes the friendship still. That's still a change in friendship.
It can. But I don't necessarily think that, like, you can paint all of them and say, oh, now that relationship is ruined.
I'm not saying it's ruined. I said change. Okay?
Yeah.
It changes the friendship. It changes the relationship. Because instead of them both being platonic, one is no longer platonic. One is like, man, if I had the chance, man, I'm telling you, oh, she just don't realize how good I be to her.
But
He
it's still a
just realized
platonic. It's still a
what I can
platonic
do for her.
friendship, though.
See,
Whether or
and
not he wants to escalate it or not, it's still a platonic friendship. No matter
On
how.
one
I'm not
side.
saying it's not a
On
platonic
one side.
friendship, Jonathan. What I'm saying is it changes the relationship. It changes how that person relates to the other person and how they respond to the other person.
Yeah.
It changes the advice that they give the other person. It changes the relationship.
I can see that. So do you think that people who are, when they don't allow their spouse to be friends with other
People of the opposite sex.
Yeah, do you
I
think
think that comes down to and I'm not saying you're insecure if you don't want your significant other to have friends of the opposite sex, but I do think it does come down to like a internal security and trust thing. Like, you don't necessarily trust the other person. I'm not saying you don't trust your spouse, but you don't trust the other person that's around your spouse.
What about people who do it because for religious reasons, like Muslims and stuff? They know the women aren't going to have male friends.
Yeah, they ain't allowed to be around.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. So what about those people?
But that's based off of religious
or people who
following
think that's
a certain set of rules.
Yeah.
I mean, so that kind of don't. That's a little different.
It's a little different, but I mean, I don't think it necessarily what DeAndre is saying applies to there. You know what I truly think? I think the whole situation, that whole thing, is just like that. These pillars of misogyny that have like become stapled within the culture and within the society to the women are basically being treated like property. You know what I mean? And this precious thing that you have to like maintain and protect and stuff, and you can't let these other men in because that's what you do. And I think to a lot of ways it has bled into a lot of things and become a normal kind of like idea of that's how it is, you know, sometimes. So like when it comes to like the religious aspects or even traditional people who feel like that and say those and have those kind of things, like because you married or something, you can't have male friends. Most of those things are just those things exactly being acted out. Those misogynistic ideas and stuff.
I agree with that part